Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to this has to be day number one. Yes, day number one, week 10,
Excuse me,
spring
Mr. Petit.
2025 of our journey together. That's day number one, week 10, spring 2025 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's classes. Let's begin. Let's go right ahead and start. Go ahead, Micaiah.
I was saying I have some coursework to do, so I wouldn't be able to write, but I can still listen and watch what you're doing.
No problem. So today is Monday the 10th of March, 2025. The subject is, of course, mathematics. And the topic is, let me put this right down. Please write this down inside of your book. Again, make sure to write this down in your book. Okay. And the topic is, we're going to be looking at geometry, basic wage, and some algebra. All right. Got that wrong. So we're going to start off with some geometry questions, but really one geometry question. We ended with that geometry note or that geometry theme last time. We did a bunch of constructions last week. Today we're gonna begin with this question. I need you to draw this question for me. It's not hard. Let's go ahead and answer this together. So again, make sure to draw this inside of your book. All right, again, draw this in your book. We're gonna go ahead and answer this together. Let me open the chat because you may know how to do this already. So this is gonna be our first question. Let me see. I think the chat is. Okay, good. All right, so which shape do we have in front of us?
Triangle.
Okay, we have a triangle. A triangle is a what?
Upside down triangle.
Upside down triangle. What type of triangle is this?
Scalene or isosceles?
Isosceles.
Scalene, isosceles. Again, let's try it. What type of triangle is this?
Isosceles.
Scalene. Okay. It looks like y'all are not sure. Let's try this again. What type of triangle is this?
Isosceles because they
Isosceles.
Isosceles? Why would you say
That's the two equal sides of
Two
the
equal sides, and
I
it's
thought-
determined by the sticks.
I thought that was scalene with two equal sides.
Scalene has no equal sides.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Are we drawing this? Let me know if y'all finished drawing this as yet. And
No, sir.
how does your diagram look? So we have to figure out what is C. Caleb, what type of triangle is this? Caleb Conliffe.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Okay. And Aiden Adley, what type of triangle is this? Aiden Adley.
Pardon?
What type of triangle is this?
I'm going to go with a scalene. Wait, no.
You're gonna go
No. Equilateral.
equilateral. You think it's equilateral? How about you, Aiden Gray? What type of triangle do you think this is?
Isosceles or
You think?
scalene.
Which one? That's the thing. We're trying to determine which one you think it is.
Scalene.
You wanna go with scalene? All right, here's the thing. Inside the chart, put I if you think it's isosceles. Put S if you think it's scalene. Put E if you think it's equilateral. What sort of triangle are we looking at currently? All right. I if you think it's isosceles. E if you think it's equilateral. And S if you think it's scalene. Okay. All right, so let me see what y'all have. Okay, SEIX IS. All right, this is actually okay. Okay, Roca. This is actually, and you know what gives it away? What gives it away is that it has the two lines, and the two lines means that both sides are equal. So this is actually right inside up on the board. It's actually a
Let's go.
isosceles triangle.
What?
You're so wrong for that.
Mr. Petit, no, you can't do that to me, mate. No,
Emotional bumping.
no, Mr. Petit, mate. No.
Emotional bumping.
It's
I
like
took it. I gave
it's
you.
it's an isosceles triangle.
Mr. Petit, I googled them. Yes, I googled that this afternoon to make sure I know what it was for today.
Yeah. Yes, it's an isosceles triangle. All right, and
They see with the fake.
I know, right? Okay, isosceles because what? Because both sides are
Equal.
equal. Both sides are equal. Okay, and that's going to be very useful in figuring out what C is. So class, what is the name of this triangle? This is a what?
Good afternoon.
Isosceles.
Isosceles triangle.
I only hear like 3 people. Class, what's the name of this triangle? What do you call this triangle?
Isosceles.
Isosceles.
Isosceles triangle. Very good. So isosceles triangle. Okay. And it's isosceles triangle because both sides are equal. Only 2 sides are equal. So with that in mind, can someone help me to figure out or determine what is angle C? What is the measure of angle C and how are we going to figure that out? Say it again.
25.
C is 25.
Angle C equals 130 degrees.
You said angle C is 130. How do you get 130, Nathan?
I get 130 because the right side of the triangle is equal to the left, so the right side is 25 degrees. 25 plus 25 is 50. 130. My takeaway 25. 50. 180 take away 50 is 130 degrees.
Say it again.
25 plus 25 equals 50 degrees. 180 minus 50 equals 130 degrees. So angle C equals 130 degrees.
Why? What's your reasoning again?
Because two sides are equal, and the two sides are equal on the left and the right side, and there isn't a measure for the right side, so it's 25 and 25, so it gives 50.
Okay, you think it's okay, interesting. Anyone else want to try? Thank you, Nathan. Are you writing this down in your book, Nathan? Write this down in that in your book.
I get the same thing.
Anyone else?
I get the same thing.
You got the same thing? What the answer is?
130.
130. Okay. Someone said 90. Trayvon says 90. Okay. Anyone else want to try? How we gonna get C? Angle C. Well, the first thing that we must know is that since both sides are equal, that also means that both what? Angles are gonna be what? Equal. So if this is 25, then this side is also gonna be what? This side is also going to be what?
25 degrees due to isosceles triangle.
Very good. So if this is 25 and this is 25, and we know, remember the rule, let's follow the rule. The rule states that angles in a triangle, we could say the interior angles of a triangle add up to what? Add up to what?
180.
180 degrees. Very good. The interior angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. And so that's the rule. And so that means that 25 plus 25 plus C must all add up to 180 degrees. So what we have here is we're gonna first add. So I'm going to add I'm gonna add, what should I say? 25 plus what? Plus 25. 25 degrees plus 25 degrees. And when I add them two together, I get what? When I add them two together,
50 degrees.
I get 50 degrees. Very
50.
good. But I'm not done, right? I have to subtract because I know that interior angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So I have to subtract. So subtract. Okay. Subtract. And so we say that 180 degrees minus 50 degrees is going to be equal to what? 130
degrees.
130 degrees. Okay. And so that's our answer for C, 130 degrees. Class, do y'all understand how I got 130? Let me know, please, if you understand that.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Let me know if you understand that.
Mr. Petit,
Yes, so
Mhm.
what is our topic again? Sorry.
Oh, geometry, basic wage, and sets. Okay.
Oh, I got to. Could you go back after this? I don't think I catch all of those words.
Okay. I can. All right. Ajani, have you written this down in your? Oh, by the way, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Who do not understand how we got 180? If you do not understand how we got 180, I mean 130, let me know, please. If you don't understand, I can explain it again. Who do not understand how we got 130? Let me know, please. Ajani, where's Ajani? Ajani, can you hear me? I'm not hearing from Ajani. Alea, where's Alea?
Yes, sir.
Have you written this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have to send it to me. You already sent it to me via WhatsApp?
No, sir.
Okay, good. Take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Amia? Where's Amia?
Yes, sir.
Have you sent in your work?
Yes, sir.
Good. Amaya, do you understand how we got this?
Yes, sir, I do.
Antoine, you understand? Antoine, do you understand? I can't hear from Antoine. Aiden?
Yeah.
Antoine, do you understand how we got 130?
Yes, sir.
Explain how we got 130, please.
You add 25 plus 25 will give you 50, and then because the whole triangle works out to 180, you subtract 50 from 180 to find the value of C, and then you get 130.
Very good. So that means that C is equal to 130. Why did we say that both sides is equal to 25? Anyone can answer. Why did we say that both sides or both angles are equal to are equal to 25?
Because it's the
Because they
same,
would add up
whatever's
to
on the next
50.
side is the same angle.
Okay, but why is that? Why
They
is
will
it?
add up to 50 to equal
No,
what?
why? Why is it that both angles are the same? Why?
Two equal sides means also two equal angles in the
Oh,
corner.
because of those line things, right? Like the dashes on them.
Exactly. This dashes means that both sides are equal. And what sort of triangle are we dealing with?
Isosceles.
An isosceles. So since we don't dealing with an isosceles triangle, that means that we have to what? We have to understand that both sides and both angles are going to be equal. 25 and 25 gives us what? Gives us what?
50.
50. And so that, and then once we do that, then why do we subtract from 100? Why do we subtract with 180 though? Why do we do that? Why do we subtract with 180?
The interior angles of a triangle always add up to 180 degrees.
Very good. And so once we subtract, we got 130. Then that's our answer right there. Okay, have you all sent this to me? Let me know, please, if you already sent this to me via WhatsApp so we could move on from this.
Yes, sir.
Let me know if you already sent this. That's only like one person who answered. The rest of you have already sent this. As yet.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, let's go on to another one. So that's it with that one. You're gonna go to basic wage.
Mr. Petit, could I see the first slide again, please?
Yes, we can. Let me move all this stuff here. Okay, good. Clear all drawings. Okay, good. So this is this. This is what we did exactly. Like I said, triangles and isosceles triangle are equal. This is it. Geometry basic. Oh, I don't know if you can still see it, but geometry basic wage and sets. I mean, and algebra. Sorry, we might get into sets. We might.
Okay, I got it. Thank
You
you.
got it? Okay, if we have enough time. Okay, so that's pretty simple. Next, let's move on to this question. The question says, write this down inside your book as well. Go ahead, Aiden Deal. Read the question for me, please. Aiden.
You mean me or the other Aiden?
Aiden Deal. Aiden Deal.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Aiden Deal, can you hear me? Can I have from Aiden? Caleb Conliff, can you read this, please?
Sarah is paid $9 per hour when she works a 40-hour week. They calculate her basic pay.
Good. And Shania, can you read this question?
Sarah is paid nine. That's a Sarah.
Let's go with Sarah.
Sarah is paid $9 per hour when she works a 40-hour week. Calculate her basic weekly pay.
Very good. If you know how to do this, you can put a basic weekly pay inside the chat. Charlitha.
Yes, sir.
Sarah's paid $9 per hour. She works a 40-hour week. What is her basic weekly pay? How are we gonna do that? How are we gonna figure out her basic weekly pay?
I'm gonna be honest with you. My brain is not.
You in here? Okay. All right, no problem. Crimson, help us out. How are we gonna get this?
Oh, you said that just as I say in agreement.
This is not hard. It's honestly, it's not hard.
$9 times 40.
Who said that?
Kino.
I figured that was you, you know. Very good. You said that, Nakaria?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Both of you are correct. Because it says, I mean, this is not difficult. How many hours did she work?
40 hours.
40 hours. How much is she paid every hour?
$9.
$9. And now but that. So if she's paid $9 every hour and she works 40 hours, how are we gonna figure out how much she got paid for the week?
9 times 40.
9 times 40. And what shall I get when you multiply 9 times 40?
$360.
360. You got 360. Anyone else?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
This exact question was on our maths exam. Our mock BGC exam.
Today?
No, that was last week.
Okay. All right. So 9 times 40 is gonna be what? I know some of you are alarming marks.
$360.
$360.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. All you gotta do is multiply 9 times 40. Okay. And 9 times 40 gives me 3. I got 360 because 9 times 0 is 0 and 9 times 4 is 360. So the answer is 360. Did anyone else get 360? Let me know, please. If you
Yes,
got-
sir.
Okay.
$360.
Yeah, $360. Yes, that's correct. Shavarian, do you understand this? Let me know if you understand the Shavarian.
Yes, sir.
And Joseph Colmer, do you understand this? Joseph Culmer.
Yes, sir.
Good. How do we get the 360? What do we do? Go ahead, Joseph. How do we get the 360?
You say 40 times 9.
40 times 9. Why did we use 40? Why did we use 9?
Use 40 because it's 40 hours in a week and $9 per hour.
Very good. Excellent. Cleveland, you understand this? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
And Deja, do you understand this? Deja, do you understand this?
Good night. Good day. Yes, sir.
Okay, why did we use 9 times 40? Why did we do that?
Because she is paid $9 per hour and she works 40 hours a week. 40 hour.
40 hours a week. Good for a 40-hour week. All right, I think this is straightforward. Daniel Johnson, you have this written down as yet?
Yeah, so I send it to you now.
Okay, I need y'all to take a picture of this and send it to me. We're gonna move on to the next one, part B. Can anyone guess what part B is?
Overtime.
Profit. How much does she make in a month or a year?
Overtime.
How much you making a month in a year? Okay.
Profit.
I think
Profit.
it's overtime.
You
Who
making a
said,
century.
who said overtime?
Tavano.
Savannah? Okay. What do you think? What do you think the next question is gonna be?
Oh yeah, overtime for
I
sure.
think it's gonna be overtime. Okay, good. Is $9 a good hourly rate? Is it a good hourly
Better
rate?
For
than
the
minimum.
Bahamas, yes, it is.
For the
That is
Bahamas?
wonderful.
That's one. That's one.
It depends.
It depends. Okay.
I ain't saying wonderful. It's better than minimum wage.
She
If
get
you have no kids and no car to pay gas, you probably will be okay.
she getting paid 360 burgers a week.
I mean, for 2 days per week.
She getting paid 360 burgers a week. All right. All right. Interesting. Let's move on. But well, let's say if she works overtime. So Isaiah, are you there? Miss Isaiah.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes, Mark.
I want to know if you could go back so I could screenshot it, please.
Yes, yes, I can. So you got it?
Yes, I got it.
Good. Go ahead, Isaiah. Is Isaiah there? I can't hear from Isaiah. Daniel Johnson, read this question, please. Overtime is paid.
Overtime is paid at time and a half. Calculate the amount of money she is paid for 1 hour of overtime.
Very good. Good. And Daxia Smith, read the question for me.
Overtime is paid at half time and a half. Calculate the amount of money she is paid for 1 hour of overtime.
Very good. Okay, so how would we do this? We need to figure out how much she get paid for 1 hour of overtime. Overtime is paid at time and a half. So how are we gonna get this?
$9.
She is paid regularly $9.
And times 1?
Times 1?
No, 1.5.
9 times 1.5.
9 times 1.5. Okay. You're trying to figure out how much she is paid for 1 hour of overtime. So that's what we're trying to figure out. How would y'all go about doing this?
9 times 1.5.
Yeah.
9 times 1.5. Anyone else want to try? How are we gonna get the 1 hour overtime? What y'all think we're gonna do?
Times 1.5.
Say it again.
360 times 1.5.
360 times 1.5. Okay. Okay, she's saying 360 times 1.5.
9 times 1.5.
9 times 1.5.
360 times 1.5.
So who think we're gonna multiply the 360 by 1.5? Who think we're gonna multiply the 9 by 1.5? What do you think?
I think you add Nine.
The $9.
Multiplied by 360.
The 9. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead, Trayvon.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead, Trayvon.
I think you add the 9 and the 1.5, then you multiply by 360.
Oh, you add them first and then you multiply by 360.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Aiden Gray. What do you think?
I wanted to ask a different question then.
Type inside the chat. Okay. So actually what we're gonna do. All right, let me write the answer. So in order for us to get 1 hour of overtime, okay. So 1 hour of overtime. So 1 hour of overtime. 1 hour of overtime is going to be should I put 9 or should I put 360? It's going to be 9 multiplied by 1.5. So you take the hourly rate. Now somebody say, Mr. Biddy, where you got the 9 from? Okay. And my answer to you would be, we got the 9 because it says here that she is paid $9 per hour. Okay. So it means that's going to be 9 times 1.5. So let's go ahead and multiply that. When you multiply what y'all got, 9 times 1.5.
1350.
1.5 multiplied by 9.
1350.
You got 1350?
So
Okay. It's gonna be all over. 5 times 9 is what? 5 times 9 is what? 5 times 9 is?
45.
45. Put the 5 down, put the 4 up. 9 times 1 is?
9.
9 plus 4? 9,
13.
10, 11, 12, 13.
13.
It's gonna be 13. So 13. It's only one number behind the decimal point, so we're just gonna move this over once. Boom. So it's gonna be 13.5. So it's gonna be $13.50. So for 1 hour overtime, okay, it's $13.50. Okay. Do y'all understand that? Let me know. Y'all sound quiet. I want to know if y'all understand how I
Yes,
got
sir.
that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I multiply the 9 by the 1.5. I don't multiply the 360 or the full total because we just want to we just want to know how much you get paid for 1 hour overtime. Okay. So I multiply. Oh, by the way, if they say time and a half. So if they say time and a half. If they say time and a half, right? We always use what? We multiply by 1.5. Okay. If they say double time,
Multiply by 2.
very good. If they say double time, right? We must multiply by 2. If they say triple time, we multiply by 3. If they say time
Times 3.
time and a quarter, they say time and a quarter, we multiply by what? Multiply by what? 1.75. 1.25. Time and a quarter. Not 3/4, but time and a quarter. 1.25. If it's time and a quarter, it's 1.25. All right. Do you all understand that? Let me know if you understand that, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So what we do, we take the hourly rate and we multiply it by 1.5. Aiden Deal, do you understand this? Where's Aiden? Aiden Deal, do you understand this?
Yes, Mr. D.
And Trayvon Monka. Where's Trayvon? Trayvon, can you hear me? Where's Trayvon? Disappeared. I don't Trayvon Monka, can you hear me? Where's Trayvon? Down there. Torika Curtis? Torika.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got 1350?
Yes, sir.
How do we get 1350?
You multiply the 9.15. And it equals to 1350.
We multiply what?
9 times 1.5. 9 times 1.5.
Why do we use 1.5?
Because it's half the time.
Because time and a half. All right. That's why. All right. Are y'all done with the slide? Can I move it? I don't want to stay here forever. Are we done with the slide? Let me know, please. Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Again, the rest of us, are we done with the slide? Let me know, please.
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Finished.
Good. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on from this. So doing the next question is, we already did a basic weekly pay. We already did 1 hour overtime. What do you think the next question is gonna be?
Monthly.
Monthly? No, I don't think so. What do y'all think the next question is gonna be?
15 hourly.
Total
The
pay.
total of her weekly
Total
pay
pay
plus
after
24 hours.
Total pay?
Hours.
Total pay for weekly
How
pay
much
and
broke can this
overtime.
person get?
Aiden, that's Aiden Gray.
Yes, sir.
Aiden, catch yourself, please. Catch yourself on this live. We're trying to figure what the next question is.
Overall earning. Weekly pay plus overtime.
No, we have to figure out. Well, we know. Okay, how much does she get paid for 1 hour overtime?
$13.50.
$15. Yeah, good. So the next question, I guess. Well, I can't say I guess because I already look at the question. But the next question would be, well, how many hours of overtime did she work? So go ahead, Xavier, read this question.
Calculate the amount of money she is paid for 3 hours of overtime.
Very good. For 3 hours of overtime, we need to figure out how much money she is paid for 3 hours of overtime. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Do y'all know how to do this? 3 hours overtime? 3 hours.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what we gonna do?
You can put on
3 times
Put your answers inside the chat.
13.50.
3 hours
Mommy,
of overtime.
put that box in the front door.
Okay. 3 hours of overtime.
Three times 13.5.
3 times 3, so 3 hours of overtime. How much does she get paid for 1 hour overtime?
13.5.
13.50. So for 3 hours overtime, surely it'll be 3 multiplied by what?
13.50.
13.50. Very good. 3 multiplied by 13.50 and 3 multiplied by 13.50. Let's go ahead and multiply that. So we have 13.50 multiplied by what? Multiplied by
3.
3. Good. We have 3 times 0. 3 times 0 is what?
0.
0. 3 times 5 is?
15. Put the 5, carry the 1.
Put the 5 down, put the 1 up. 3 times 3 is what?
9 plus 1, 10.
Plus 1 is 10. Put the 0 down, put the 1 up. 3 times 1 is?
3 plus 1, 4.
Plus 1 is 4. Very good. And so this is going to be, we're going to send this over.
40, 50.
1, 2. It's going to be 40 point.
50.
40.50. So $40 and what?
50 cents.
And
50 cents.
And 50 cents. Very good.
50 Bahamian cents.
All right, so class, do you all understand how I got this? $40.50. How I got that for her? Do you all understand
Yes,
that?
sir.
Yes, sir. I think so.
Who said no? Someone said no. Someone
Yes,
said,
sir.
Joel, you don't understand?
No, sir, not like that.
Okay, so we just figured out in the previous question that she get paid $13.50 for 1 hour of overtime. But then she worked 3 hours of overtime, 3 hours overtime. So since she worked 3 hours overtime, 3 times $13.50 gives us $40.50. That's how we did that.
Question.
Uh-huh.
So we basically use the same money with BF from last time?
We use the same answer because the last question asks us for 1 hour of overtime, right?
Yes, sir.
Which is $13.50. You understand that?
Yes, sir. I understand it.
Good. But then she worked 3 hours overtime. So it's gonna be 3 times $13.50.
Yes, sir.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good. And that's how we got that. Okay. Danielle Johnson, you understand this? Where's Danielle? You understand this, Danielle?
Yes, sir.
And Daxia Smith, where's Daxia? Do you understand this, Daxia? How you got this answer? Daxia Smith,
Yes, sir.
you understand how we got $40.50?
Yes, sir.
Good. And Durante Smith, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Destiny Taylor, you understand how we got this? Destiny. Destiny Taylor. We can't hear from Destiny. Dior, do you understand how we got this? Where's Dior?
Yes, sir.
Explain how we got $40.50. Where's Dior? Dior, can you hear me? Can't hear from Dior. Dior, can you hear me? Okay. Empress? Where's Empress? Not Empress. Aikisha Smith, explain how we got $40.50, please. Aikisha, can you hear me?
Sorry, Miss Petit, I didn't have the option to unmute my mic.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Oh, this Empress, I just came in. I don't understand.
You don't understand?
No,
Okay, so it's 3 hours of overtime. The last question we saw that she got paid $13.50 for 1 hour of overtime. But then it's 3 hours overtime now. So that's why we do 3 times $13.50. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let's go ahead and do the I think it's the final question on this one. So we already did her basic weekly wage. What was her basic weekly wage? Anyone? What's the basic weekly wage? Hello?
360.
360. Very good.
360.
Good. How much does he get paid per hour? I mean, for 1 hour of overtime?
$9.
1 hour of overtime. 1 hour of overtime. $13.50. Very good. How much is she paid for 3 hours overtime? 40, 50, very good. So now what y'all think the last question is gonna be on this section?
How much would she pay in total?
How much did she got paid in total? Very good. A total pay, very good. So let's go ahead and calculate a total pay. Let me remove all this ink from here. Cell drawings. Good. Go ahead, Empress, read this question. D, calculate. Go ahead, Empress. Read D. Again, from Empress. Durante Smith,
Yes, sir.
read the D for me.
Calculate her total pay for the week when she worked her basic hours plus 3 hours of overtime.
Very good. And Destiny Johnson, where's Destiny? Destiny Johnson. Devana Knowles, where's Devana?
Me?
Devana,
Yes, sir.
read the question for me.
Calculate her total pay for the week when she worked her basic hours plus 3 hours of overtime.
Very good. So class, how are we gonna do this? We wanna figure out her total pay now, the full thing.
Multiply 40.
Multiply. Why are we multiplying?
$40.50.
Why are we multiplying? Why are we multiplying? How are we gonna get the answer?
I mean, add.
You have to
Add
add
450
360
plus
plus
360.
450.
I got some good news.
Add what?
Add 450 plus 350. I mean 360.
Add 450?
40.50. $40.50
Uh-huh.
plus $360.
Okay. Why are we adding those two?
Because that's her basic hours and her hours of overtime.
Very good. So to get the answer for this one, we have to do what? Total pay is gonna be a what? Basic weekly pay plus the what? 3 hours overtime. Okay. Which is gonna be what? 360 plus what? $4.50. And I got 400.50. What y'all got when y'all add them?
Do you know any way I can get this job by any chance?
I got $400.50. Okay. Did y'all get the same thing or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Genesis Hannah, you understand how I got this with Genesis?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And Ethan Adderley, do you understand how I got this answer? Ethan? I can't have him. Ethan Smith. Do you understand how I got this answer? Ethan Adderley or Ethan Smith? One of y'all. Y'all
So
understand?
it's unable to unmute my mic. Yes, sir, I understand it.
Yes,
Okay.
I understand.
Okay. How did I get it, Ethan? How did I get it? How did I get my answer? What did I do?
Smith or Adderley?
Adderley?
You added the basic weekly pay and the 3 hours of overtime, which is $360 and $40.50, which add up to 450 cents.
Very good. Good. And Ethan Smith, are you there? Can I from Ethan Smith? Fran Bergie, do you understand how I got this? Fran Bergie. And Genesis Speeding, you understand how I got this?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. And Genesis
Thanks.
Speeding.
Yes, sir.
You understand how I got this?
Yes, sir. This was my go-to for work. So yes.
Yes, you did say that. All right, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. My mother should be arriving on my phone shortly.
Okay, no problem. Class, do you all understand this question before I move on to the next one? Do you all understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have you already sent in your work? Let me know, please, if you already sent in your work. Let me know if you already sent it in.
No.
Okay.
Already sent mine.
The rest of you, you already sent your work? I need everyone to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Oh,
I'll send it shortly.
okay, good. Crimson, you already sent in your work?
I have to wait until my mom comes home, but she's not coming home until 9.
Okay. And Travante Cooper. Where's Travante Cooper?
I reach out.
Do you understand how I got this?
Yes, sir.
How did I get it?
So first, you add 360 to 440 and 50 cents. You get 450 cents.
Very good. Okay, so let's move on from this. And so we did some geometry, we did basic wage. Let's move on to some algebra. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. Some algebra. I think we're moving at a good space. We might reach the sets, so that's good. Okay, good. Okay, so the next question, we want to simplify 3Q plus 12 plus 2 open bracket 3Q minus 5. Again, we want to simplify 3Q plus 12 plus 2 open bracket 3Q minus 5. By the way, I'm only receiving some of your work. The rest of you have not sent in your work. So what are you waiting on?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes.
The phone that I use to take the pictures of my work is not in my proximity. Is it okay if I just take a picture of everything and then send it to you?
Yes, you can. The rest of you, where's your work? The rest of you, where's
It
your work?
already getting sent it in the cloud.
Mr. Petit, I just sent my.
Okay. Some persons are still not sending in their work.
Don't worry, I use cable.
Ivory, McKinsey, where's Ivory? Ivory, can you hear me? Where's Ivory? And Jada? Where's Jada?
I'm here.
Have you sent in your work, Jada?
I'm still writing.
Okay, and Jan Monroe, where's Jan Monroe? Have you sent in your work, Jan? I said Jan. Jed
Yes, sir, I sent
Monroe,
it in.
you sent it in already?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Jaden Seymour, where's your work? All right, Jeremiah Johnson, you sent in your work yet?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Jaden, have you sent in your work?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The
Did I
rest
go
of
through? Yes, sir.
which one? I mean the most recent one that we just did.
Yes, I sent them.
Okay, good, perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So we already did geometry. Would you rather geometry or basic wage? Which one is easier to you all?
Call it geometry?
Geometry? Okay. Basic wage. All right, so now we have algebra. We have this question, 3q plus 12 plus 2, open bracket, 3q minus 5. How are we going to answer this? Anyone know how to do this?
Pam does.
Pam does. Anyone want to try?
I
How are we going to
think
answer this? We have 3. Let me use a different color.
Group the like numbers.
You put the numbers that have the
you have the
same
multiply.
I have the group the like terms. Anyone else?
I don't think so. I think you have to multiply with the side bracket and side bracket, for example.
I think we should
2 times 3q take away 5, and then you do from there.
You sound muffled, Nakaria. I don't know if you can fix that. You sound muffled. Like it's hard to hear you. Okay, so I have 3q plus 12 plus 2 open bracket 3q minus 5. How am I gonna answer this? What I'm gonna do? Anyone have any ideas on how to
3q
do?
plus 12 plus 2.
Group the
You
like
want
terms.
You have to start.
3q take away 5,
Multiply
and then group the like term.
Start with the parentheses, right?
Start with the parentheses first, right? Okay. So I'm gonna do 3q minus 5. 3q minus 5 is what?
You can't
No, that
minus
cannot
that
be done.
because it's
That cannot be
unlike.
done.
I can't subtract it. Why can't I subtract this? And
They're
then in the
not like
brackets,
Unlike
terms.
terms.
they are unlike terms. All right. So if I can't deal with the brackets, what am I gonna do?
Move
You're gonna
on, but there's
distribute
no exponent, so move on to multiplication since there's no
Oh, Miss Adi, I
exponent.
wasn't saying subtracted, by the way, if that's what you thought I meant.
You have to group
I have the group. Group what?
3q and 3q.
Oh, so take this 3. I got it. So we're gonna take this 3q.
No, so, no, so.
I don't think so.
We're gonna take this 3q, and I'm gonna group it with this 3q, right?
Yes,
So-
sir.
Okay. Okay. Anyone? Do we agree with that?
No, so.
No.
No, sir.
We have to multiply 2 by 3q
You have to expand the bracket.
and
So you and Nakaria are saying the same thing. You think we have to distribute?
yes, sir.
Okay. I agree with that. And the reason why I agree with that is because you want to get rid of the brackets. So Alea, we're gonna do 2 times 3q and 2 times 5. Okay. So class, what is 2 times 3q? That's gonna be what?
6q.
6q. 6q, very good. And what is 2 times 5?
10.
10, very good.
Negative 10?
Yeah. We just keep the negative sign, we just bring it down. That's gonna be plus what? Plus what? Plus 12. Plus what? Plus what?
3q.
3q, very good. Plus 3q equals 9, boom. Now, the only thing for us to do now is we have to group these. So I have 3q and I have 6q. Now we can group them a layer. So we group the like terms. This is gonna be what? 3q plus what? Plus 6q. What do we do after that? What do we do after this?
You add them.
No, some of them I have to do before I add them.
Subtract.
Oh, I
No.
didn't see. You have to put the 12
Plus
and the 10
12
together.
minus 10.
We have to do the 12 and the negative and the 10,
The
right?
12 and it's negative 10,
Yeah, yeah. So let's go ahead and do that, right? So it's gonna be I want to use a encouraging color. It's gonna be 12 and 10. So we bring this together. So it's gonna be plus 12 minus what? Minus 10. So what do we do at this point?
Add 3Q plus 6Q.
What is 3Q plus 3? What is 3Q plus 6Q?
9Q.
9Q. Very good. So we add these together. That's 9Q.
And for the 12 minus 10, you do that and you keep the plus sign right there.
That's
Plus
9,
10. So it's the same.
9Q. And then this is going to be
12 minus 10.
12 minus 10, which is what?
2.
Plus 2. Okay, you all see that?
So this cannot be added further due to the terms being unlike.
Very
since
good.
it doesn't have like an letter.
Excellent. Because they are like unlike terms, we cannot simplify it further. Devana, you see this? That's Devana.
Me? I see.
You sure you see?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. Class, do we understand how I did this or no? Y'all don't understand how I got this? Let me know if y'all guess. Let me know if you
Yes, sir,
understand.
but I forgot about the distributing part.
I understand.
Okay. Good. Anyone else understand how I got this? The 9Q plus 2. Let me know if you understand it. I only heard like 3 persons. The rest
Yes,
of you,
sir.
do you understand how I got this?
Yes, sir.
So,
Good.
So if you wish to do it again, would it be 11Q?
Why you say 11Q? Oh, 9.
Because if you add it again.
Okay, but the thing is, we cannot add 9Q and 2 because they are unlike terms.
Oh, because if one doesn't have Q and the other one doesn't, then that means they are vertically opposite.
No, that just means that they're unlike terms. All right.
Yes, sir.
Courtney McKinsey, do you understand this? Courtney. Where's Courtney? Courtney McKinsey, can you hear me? Kind of from Courtney. Kristen Wilson, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Do we need another example or this is enough?
Another one.
Another example.
Okay, who said another example?
Me.
Kristen. Anyone else who believe that they need another example than this?
Me.
Mark, okay. So let's do another example and then we're gonna move from this. Caleb, you understand this? That's Caleb.
Yes, sir.
Good. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna do another example. So we're gonna simplify. Let me put a thing on this. So we're gonna simplify these two. Let's say we have, does it have to be Q and Q or we could use a different letter?
You can use a different letter.
We use a different letter. Who is it? Whoever is the first person to put a letter in the chat, I'll use that letter. So whoever is the first person to put that letter, I'll put that letter. Okay, a layer. I'll use A. Okay, so it's gonna be 3. Well, let's use 4A. Okay, plus 13 plus 3, open bracket, 4Q minus 2. Let's do that. Go ahead. Oh, I can't use Q. I have to use A, right? So let's try this again. 4A. I don't use 4A again. That's too much 4s. Let's use 5A. Good. So we have 4A plus 13 plus 3, open bracket, 5 minus 2, 5A minus 2. Okay. Again, we have 4A plus 13 plus 3, open bracket, 5A minus 2. Okay. All right. Do you all know how to do this? Let me know if you all know how to do this, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the first thing we're gonna do?
3 times 5a times -2.
So we have to
And 3
distribute.
times -2.
Very good. We have to distribute, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and distribute. So we're gonna multiply. We're gonna multiply the 3, right?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I might have to go in the car soon. Is there any other way I could get the notes in my book?
Who's that speaking? Yes.
Check.
Just message me, so I'll send it to you.
Okay.
And it's not okay. It's either yes or no, sir.
Sorry, yes, sir.
So what we're gonna do here, we have to multiply what? 3 by what? 3 by what? What are we gonna multiply 3 by?
3 times 5a and 3
5.
times 2.
Very good. 3 times 5a and 3 times what? 2. It's gonna be equal to
-2.
Okay. So we bring down the 4a. Okay. Plus 13. Okay. Plus 3 times 5a is what?
15a.
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 15a. And 3 times 2 is what?
6.
6. Very good. So I have 4a plus 13 plus 15a minus 6. And what I'm going to do here in order to do this?
Group the like term.
I'm going to group the like terms. Anyone got their answer yet? Anyone got their answer yet before I like officially say
Yes,
it?
sir.
What y'all answer is?
19a plus 7.
Say it again.
19a plus 7.
That's what y'all got?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we have the group. So it's gonna be 4a plus what? 15a. Group them together. This and that. So it's gonna be equal to 4a plus 15a.
Give you 19a.
And we have to group together these ones. I'm gonna use this color. 13 and -6. So it's gonna be plus 13. Okay. Minus what? Minus 6. Okay, excellent. So what do we have now? This is gonna be what? 5 plus 4a plus 15a is gonna be what? 4a plus 15. That gives us what? 19 what?
A.
19a. Very good. And 13 minus 6 is what?
7.
7. So I got 19a plus 7. Did anyone else got that? 19a plus 7. 19a plus 7.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Devana, excellent. Do we understand this? I wonder if y'all understand how to do this. I mean, if y'all understand how to do this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes,
Some people.
sir.
I understand.
Very good. Very good. And Dexter, Hannah, do you understand this? Dexter. Dexter, Hannah, do you understand this? And Elkanique Lloyd, where's Elkanique Lloyd? Elkanique. I can't have from Elkanique. Elkanique, can you hear me? I think she's trying to speak. Elkany, can you hear me? I can't hear from you, Elkany. Jemiah, where's Jemiah? Jemiah Miller.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got this?
Yes, sir.
Good. And Janae Williams. Janae Williams, do you understand this? Janae. Kevin Wallace. Do you understand how we got this?
Yes, sir.
You understand this? How we got this?
I don't really understand it.
You don't really understand this?
No, sir.
Which part don't you understand?
The part, the beginning. I understand the rest.
Which one?
The top.
This part?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have 3 times 5a, which gives you what?
3 times 5. What?
What is 3 times 5a? 3 times 5a.
15.
I want Kevin to answer me. What is 3 times 5a? 3 times 15 what? 15a.
15a.
Good. And then we have 3 times 2, which is going to be what?
3 times 2, 6.
Good. You understand that part?
Yes, sir.
Then we just bring everything down. Okay. And then we group the 4a.
A with the 15a.
Good. Then we group
And then you group the 13 with the 6.
Good. And then 15 plus 4 is going to be what?
19a.
Good. And 13 minus 6 is?
7.
Good. That makes sense to you?
Yes, sir.
All right, excellent. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to do that. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Mr. Petit, I just was doing these by myself today at work.
Oh, awesome. Very good. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
I was getting them wrong though.
Oh, wow.
I had to go back over all our notes again.
That's good. Okay, so again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay. Okay, good. So I'm going to move from the slide. So if you have not taken a picture of the slide, make sure I do that so that we can move on from this, all right? Okay. Clear all drawings. Clear, clear, clear. Where's the clear part? Good. Okay, good. So let's move on to the next one. Do we prefer algebra or we prefer wages and salary?
Algebra.
Algebra.
Algebra?
Algebra gets worse.
I would prefer algebra.
Really?
I'm just not.
I just
A little bit of both.
a little bit of both. Okay. Empress, what do you rather, algebra or wages and salary?
I ain't gonna lie, Mr. Petit,
Uh-huh.
but neither.
Neither?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
But
Wow.
algebra.
You rather algebra, okay. Did you understand? Did you understand how we did for the previous one?
Something like that.
Something like that. When you say something like that, what you mean? Which
Like
part?
I understand it. But when y'all get to the third part, it was like
Okay, let me go ahead and go back and explain that for you. Okay, so what we did, okay, which part did you don't understand? Which one? You understand how we multiplied it, right?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir. I put that in my
Okay.
coat.
Okay, then after that, what we did, we grouped them together, right?
Yes, sir.
We grouped the numbers, and what part don't you get after that?
The second, the second part, like, never mind. I see.
You see? You sure?
I see.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so let's move on. from this. So that was simplifying algebraic expressions. Let's go ahead and do this equation. Do y'all know how to solve equations? Do you know how to solve equations?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Why am I saying doing this?
Okay. Okay. Where are we? So we have 3m minus 5 is equal to 5. Sorry, is equal to m plus 8. Okay, so we have 3m minus 5 is equal to m plus 8. How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this?
Transfer the m over to the 3m side.
Say it again.
Transfer the m.
Overall,
No,
like that?
transfer the 8. No, transfer the m over to the 3m side. Or no, transfer the -5 to the 8 side.
What?
And then
What? Well, how are we gonna
I
do
know
this,
the thing,
class?
yeah, that's something.
How are we gonna do this? Y'all familiar with this?
So
Or
carry
no?
over like terms.
Yeah, Google.
We're
Yes,
going
sir.
to move all terms with m to one side. All the
Move
m, one side.
all the m's on one side. Okay.
Yeah. And subtract m from both sides.
Subtract m from both sides. Interesting. Why would you do that?
Because say 3m. Sorry,
Mhm.
we can get the 3m. And then we're gonna group them like terms. Like terms. This is what I was learning in class today. So
Really?
3m minus m minus 5, which will give you 8. And then hold on. I'm not done. Hold on.
You sure you learn right? Because I know your teacher was teaching right, but you sure you learn right?
You
Dude,
could
I think
carry the
it's,
m.
I
I
think
mean
it's
the 5 over.
Say it again.
You could carry the 5 over and make it into 3m equals m plus 8 plus 5. And
Say
then
it again.
you could carry the 5 over and make it into a positive 5, and then you could carry the m and then subtract the m.
Why would I do that?
Like you try to solve like 3m minus m.
All right. But you also didn't tell me why. I see y'all just telling me send over this, send over that. I don't know, understand why
I'm trying to
we
solve for
sending
M.
them over to make it so we'll be able to subtract or plus it with like terms. So that's why we transferring over
Very
to
good.
make them put them together.
So we're gonna group the like terms basically, right? So all of the stuff with the letters, and we put stuff in quotations.
Disability, you're a little bit low.
I was just gonna say that your mic.
How about now?
It's better.
It's
Okay.
better.
Okay, good. So what we're gonna do is we're going all of the stuff in quotation, all of the stuff with letters, we put them over to the left hand side, and all of the stuff with numbers, constants, and over to the right hand side. So that way we could operate on the like terms. Okay, so let's go ahead and do just that. We are going to, like I said, send the m over.
Mr. Petit, you can repeat that again, please.
So all of the stuff with the m's, we send it over to the left. All the stuff with the constants, we send it over to the right.
And I said that.
I didn't say you were wrong.
What you said, my teacher.
I didn't say you were wrong. I didn't say you're wrong. All right, we send the m over. I said why. I was asking why. I bring this over to this side. Okay, good. So this is gonna be what? This is another thing. When you send over to the equal sign, it changes what?
You're changing the sign in front of it.
Change the
Exactly.
sign. Change the sign, right? So that's very important. So let me go ahead and say it again. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna have, good, it's gonna be 3m, okay? And
Minus
it's
M.
minus m, very good, minus m. Which is gonna be equal to what? 8.
5 plus 8.
Send the 5 over the equal sign. It was a -5, but when we send over the equal sign, it becomes a what?
Positive.
Positive 5, positive 5, positive 5. And so we have, what are we gonna do? 3m minus m is gonna be what?
2m.
How you get 2m?
Because
3m.
1. Wait, hold on.
3m squared.
2m.
3m minus m.
3m.
2m.
2m. Someone said 2m squared.
No, sir, just
2m because there's an invisible 1 by the m.
Very good. So we have 3m, right? Minus m. Even though we have the m here, the coefficient of this variable is actually 1. Whenever you don't see the number in front of it, there's actually an invisible 1 here, like she said, right? And so that means what we actually have is 3m minus 1m, which is going to be what?
2m.
2m. 2m, very good. 2m, and 8 plus 5 is what?
13.
8 plus 5 is?
13.
13, very good. Okay.
So 2m equals.
And say it again?
No, I was saying 2m equals 13. And now we gotta divide both sides by 2.
Divide both sides by 2. Why by 2?
To get m by itself.
To get m by itself. Very good. The operation between these two is multiplication. So we're going to do the opposite, which is division. So we have 2m is equal to 13. Divide both sides by 2. Divide both sides by 2. We're going to do, we're going to cancel this with this. And so m is going to be equal to what?
13 over 2.
13 over 2. Okay. What is 13 over 2?
6.5.
Yeah,
M is
6.5.
equal to, oh, yeah, 6.5.
Calculator.
Let's divide it by 2 into.
And that's the decimal form, right?
Yeah, that is the decimal form. 2 into 13. How many times does 2 go into 13? That's going to be what?
6 times.
6 times. 2 times 6 is what?
12.
12 minus, okay. 13 minus 12 is going to be what?
1.
1. Put the point here. Because we put the point, it gives us permission to add the imaginary what?
0.
0. Okay. So how many times does 2 go into 10?
5 times.
5 times. Okay. 2 times 5 is?
10.
10, very good. And 10 minus 10 is?
0.
0.
So we ain't getting no remainder.
Yeah.
So 5.
It's gonna be 6.5. 6.5, very good. I got 6.5. How many other persons got 6.5 as well when y'all did it?
I did.
Me. Mr. Potato, we didn't want to make that a mixed number then.
It'll be 6 and 1.5. Sorry, 6 and 1 over 2. But we'll do 6.5. That's, I prefer it as a decimal. Class, do we understand how I got 6.5? M is equal to 6.5. Do we understand
Yes,
that?
sir.
Let me know, please, if y'all understand that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The rest of you, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's good. Maya Leah, do you understand this? Maya Leah,
Yes, sir.
how did we get 6.5? How did we get that?
We divide 2 divided by 13.
No, start from the top. Start from the top. Start from our switching and sides and stuff like that. Start from that. Maya Leah? Where's Maya Leah? Maya Leah, can you hear me? You don't have from Maya Leah. Lavender Johnson, where's Lavender? Lavender, can you hear me? And from Lavender. Liliana?
Yes, sir.
1 second. Lavender,
Yes, sir.
how we get M is equal to 6.5?
So we rewrite the equation. And then we do 3 take away M, and the M is equal to 1. So we get 2, and then 8 plus 5 is 13.
Okay.
We bring that down and then we divide it. 13 divided by 2. And then 13 divided by 2 is equal to 6.5.
So M is equal to 6.5. Do you understand how we got this the Lavender?
Yes, sir.
Have you sent in your work?
I'll send it right now.
Okay. And Liliana, do you understand this? That's Liliana.
No, sir.
Liliana, do you understand this?
No, sir.
No? What part don't you understand?
I don't understand
Go to
how,
speak into the
like,
mic.
the whole thing.
Speak into the
Like,
mic.
I don't understand the whole thing.
Say it again.
I don't understand the whole thing.
You don't understand the whole thing. Okay. So what we have to do is we're gonna take M, right, Liliana? And we send it over the equal sign. Now, because it was positive M, when we send it over, it becomes a what? Liliana, because it was positive M, when we send it over, it becomes a what?
Negative?
Uh-huh. And this was positive 5. I mean, this was negative 5. So when we send it over the equal sign, it becomes a what?
Positive.
Good. What is 8 plus 5?
13.
Good. So we put 13 down below. Do you see that? Right?
Yes, sir.
And what is 3M minus M? That's going to be what?
2.
2M. Do you understand that part so far?
Yes, sir.
Good. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to divide both sides by 2 because 2 is the coefficient of M. And we cancel. So M is going to be equal to 13 divided by 2. But what is 13 divided by 2? That's equals to what?
6.5.
Do you understand how we got 6.5 or you need me to explain that too?
I understand it.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions on this? Let me know, please, if you have any questions on how we got this answer. Let me know.
No, sir.
No? The rest of us, do we understand this? Let me know, please, if you all understand this.
Yes, sir.
I do.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good. So let me do another one. I'm gonna
Yes, sir.
do one more. And then I'm gonna give you all opportunity to send in your work. Okay. So let's do one more. So we have 4M. Okay. Let's see, we have 4. Does it always have to be M or we could change the letters?
Change the letters.
We can, right? Good.
Yes, sir.
So it'll be 4M.
A.
Aha, say A.
No,
Minus-
X.
We good. Minus 3. It's equal to M plus 9. Okay. 4M minus 3 is going to be equal to M plus 9. All right. What is the first thing we're going to do?
Transfer over to make it like terms together.
Very good. So we're going to send it over. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna send this over. This is going to be, I'm gonna send this M over here. Good. And I'm gonna send the 3 to where?
Next to the 9 and
Next to
change
9.
it to a plus.
Very good. So we have what? Go ahead. You have your answer inside the chat. Very good.
Yes, sir.
Good. Empress, what's the next thing we're gonna do?
Pardon?
What's the next thing we're gonna do?
We're gonna hold on. What? No, because why forget this stuff already, bro? We're gonna subtract M from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So 4M minus M negative 3 equals 9.
So we send the -3 over. It was negative. When we send it over, it becomes a what?
Positive.
So it's gonna be 9 plus what? Plus
3.
3. Very good. Good. 4M minus M. Class, what is 4M minus M? That's gonna be what?
3M.
3M.
Yeah.
How did y'all get 3M?
Because 4M
there's an
equals
invisible.
1M
Very
is
good.
3M.
Very
Yeah.
good. So 3M. What is 9 plus 3?
12.
12. Very good. 12.
Yeah.
So we divide both sides by what?
3.
Divide both sides by 3. So 3M. It's gonna be equal to
12 over 3.
12. This is divided by 3. This is gonna be
3.
Mr.
divided by 3.
Petit,
Uh-huh.
so I have to separate it like that because what I did is like the one right above what you write in.
Mm-hmm.
I put the 3 under that and cross it out. I supposed to leave it and then write it again to
Doesn't matter.
cross out.
No, it doesn't matter. That's fine.
Oh yes, sir.
Doesn't matter. Okay. And so we have 12 divided by 3.
4.
And what is 12 divided by 3, class?
4.
4. 4. Very good. So M
So
is equal. So M is equal to
4.
M is equal to 4. Very good.
My mic on mute? You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Mr.
All right.
Petit.
All right. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay. All right. Alea. Joel. Rihanna, do you understand this? Where's Rihanna?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand this, Rihanna?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And Rashid Wilson, do you understand this?
Pardon?
Rashid Wilson, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You hear me?
I could hear you. Yes, I could hear you. I could hear you. Okay, good. All right, and Tayden Johnson, do you understand how we got this? Where's Tayden? Tayden Johnson. Tayden, can you hear me? I can't hear from Tayden. Tania, do you understand how we got m is equal to 4? Tania. And Tavana, you understand how we got this? And Shavette, do you understand how we got this? Shavette and Tavana, do you all understand how we got this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Riley, where's Riley? Riley,
Yes, sir.
do you understand how we got m is equal to 4?
Yes.
Explain how we got it, please.
So you transfer the m over to 4m to make 4m minus m. Then 3 to the 9. So that's 3 plus 9. You solve the equations. 3m equals 12, then 3m over 3 and 12 over 3. Simplify, then you get 4.
So we divide 12 by 3 and we get 4, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. And the rest of you, have you all written this down? Let me know, please, before I move on to the next question.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna cover
Yes,
this
sir.
one. Okay, good. Good. So
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
go ahead.
My power was off. I don't understand what we're doing.
Okay, no problem.
The
That's
previous slide, please.
Malia.
That's a Malia Delaveau.
Malia. Okay, good. I never say you saying that your power went off. Okay, so you have to pick up with us on the next slide because we're gonna move on to something else. I don't wanna have to hold us back. But what I'll do is I'll send you the notes for the previous slides, okay?
Thank you.
Excuse me, can I
Oh.
use bathroom, please?
Yes, you can quickly. All right, so the next thing that I want us to do is I want us to go ahead and so we already did that, solving that. I wonder if y'all know how to do something like this. So you might have, we have enough time for sets. Okay, so go ahead and
I think I know how to do this. Yeah.
you think you know how to do it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
D'Angelo Smith, where's D'Angelo?
Just do this in class today.
D'Angelo, where's D'Angelo?
Yes, sir.
D'Angelo, are you writing down the notes?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Dexter Hannah. Dexter, can I have from Dexter? Daniel Johnson. Where's Daniel Johnson?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read this for me, please.
Given that x equals 5 and y equals 9, evaluate x, y over not y, take away minus x.
Say it again.
X, y divided by, no, x, y over y minus x.
That's correct. So given that x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 9, evaluate xy over y minus x. Okay.
Mr. Petit,
Mhm.
for these kind of questions, what do they want to answer in? A mixed number?
Doesn't matter. We prefer as a decimal though. Okay.
Yes.
Prefer as a decimal. All right, so we have all right, good. So let's go ahead and so what we have to do for this one? We have x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 9. What are we gonna do?
5 and 9 at the top.
Put in the blanks where the x is, put that number 5, and where the y is, put 9,
Uh-huh.
and then solve.
Bottom and 5 at the
Because the x and the y is next to each other, that would equal 5 times 9
Mhm.
over y is equal to 9, so that would be over 9 minus 5.
Mhm. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to substitute, right? Okay, so so we just have to substitute, right? So that means that x, y. Let me use a different ruler. When I say substitute, I just mean like plug in. So wherever we see x, we're gonna put what? 5. Wherever we see y, we're gonna put what? 9. And so let's go ahead and do that. So we have x, y, all over y minus x equals to. What is x in this situation? X is what?
5.
X is 5. Very good. We put 5 there. Okay. Put this in brackets. And then we have what is y?
9.
Y is what? Y is 9. Okay. Now what this actually means is this actually is 5 times 9, because once they close together, right, it means multiplication. So it's going to be 5 multiplied by 9. Okay. 5 multiplied by 9. And then y is what? Y is 9 minus, what is x? X is what? 5. Okay. It's going to be equal to. So x is 5. Y is 9. Y is 9. X is 5. Okay. What is 5 times 9? That's going to be what?
45.
45.
45. Very good. All over. What is 9 minus 5?
3. No.
4.
4.
4.
Oh my gosh.
So we have to divide, right? 45 divided by 4. So you're gonna say what? 4 into 45. That's gonna be. How many times does 4 go into 45? No, sorry, how many times does 4 go in itself? Once. 4 times. It's 11. I go 11. Yeah. 44. 4 times 11 is 44. We subtract 5 minus 4 is what? 1. And 4 minus 4 is 0. And so how are we going to express the whole number? The whole number is going to be what? Well, no, let's do a decimal. Let's see how it looks as a decimal. Even though I would like to do it as a mixed number. You know what? Let's do it as a mixed number. This is going to be 11 is going to be what?
The whole number.
The whole number.
1 is the numerator.
So 11 is the whole number. What is the numerator?
1.
1. What is the denominator?
4.
4.
And we know 1 over 4 is, yeah.
So it's going to be 11 and 1 over 4. Okay. Or 11 and 11.25. Okay.
What about a percentage?
Say it again.
What about a percentage?
A percentage? No. No.
Mr.
So,
Petit,
uh-huh.
if we write it as a decimal, they can mark it wrong.
No, no. If you write it as a decimal, just gonna be 11.25. 11.25. So either as a, and if you wanna like, if you want me to show you the division for the decimal, 45, right? 4 into 4 into 4 is, well, it's 2 by 11. It's gonna be 44 minus 5 minus 4 is 1. 4 minus that. We can put the decimal point, right? The decimal point gives me a permission to add an imaginary 0. Okay. How many times does 4 go into 10? Let's say twice. 4 times 2 is 8. 10 minus 8 is, well, 2. Because I have the decimal point, it gives me the permission to add what? An imaginary 0. Mhm. How many times does 4 go into 20?
5 times.
5 times, good. 4 times 5 is what? 20.
20.
And 20 minus 20 is what? 0. And so it's gonna be 11.25, yes.
If it was a percentage, I get 1,125%.
No, no, it's not a percentage, not as a percentage. We do not want it as a percentage. We don't want it as a percentage. All right. So we have 11 and 1 over 4 is equal to 11.25. Okay, good. Do y'all understand how I got this? Let me know, please, if y'all understand what I did.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's only 1%. The rest of you, do you understand how we got this?
Yes, sir.
No, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So,
So all we basically did, right, was we substitute, right? So wherever I see X, I put 5. Wherever I see Y, I put 9. Same thing, wherever I see X, I put 5. Wherever I see 9, I put Y. So 9 minus 5 is 4. 5 times 9 is 45. So it's going to be 45 divided by 4. That gives us 11 and 1 over 4, which is going to be 11.25. And that's how we get our answer. Any questions on that? Let me know, please, if there's any questions on that. Any questions from anyone? Okay, good. All right. So take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need y'all to do that, please. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and do another one. I think we're good with this one. So again, y'all have this right before I move on to the next one.
Yes.
sir.
Okay, good. So for this one, I just did 11.25. Okay. All right, good. It's gonna keep this. Let me clear all drawings. Okay, good. So this is how we do this. All we did was we substitute and then divide, and then we get 11.25 as our answer. Now, I want to move on to sets. That'll be our last topic. It's only a few more moments left, so let's move on to sets. Has any of you ever done sets before, like in your class or something like that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, so let's go.
Mr. Petit, I thought this was sets. I have to erase this now.
No, that was algebra, still algebra. Okay. Go ahead, what's her name? Genesis, read this, Genesis reading, read this for me, please.
What that E, how you pronounce that E? What it is?
Does anyone remember what this E is?
Universal set.
Universal.
Universal set, very good. Good.
So just say universal set?
The universal set is equal to?
Okay, the universal set is equal to natural numbers less than 12.
Continue. P is equal
Sorry,
to?
I was trying to quiet my environment. P equals multiples of 3. Q equals 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. A, list the members of set P.
Very good. So class, what is the universal set? Like in this question?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's going to be all of the numbers, natural numbers that are less than 12. So natural number starts at what? 0, right?
Yes, sir.
Natural number.
I
Natural
think so.
Natural number start at 0.
Yes, sir.
You sure?
I thought
No, sir.
Natural numbers, you asked me or you telling me? Natural numbers starts at what? Starts at 1. Very good. So class, natural number starts at what? Starts at what?
1.
1. It starts at 1 and goes all the way up to positive infinity. Okay. All right. So we have 1, then 2, then what? Then 3, then 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and what? 12. Okay. That's the universal set. Okay.
And it said less than 12.
Less than 12. Yes,
I
we do.
hate sets with a passion.
Yeah, which means that we do not include we do not include 12. Leave my sets, please. My sets did not do you
It's
anything.
just true though.
Leave sets alone. Any set lovers? Any set lovers? Anyone like sets? Yeah.
If you're like sets, you'll win.
I think it's pretty cool. I see this in a couple years, but I think I like it.
I mean, it's all right. Like,
That's all
I
right.
thought I was done with this math.
All right. So the natural numbers are going to be 1 through 11. Okay, 1 through 11. Okay. Multiples of 3. What are the multiples of 3?
3, 6, 9, 12, 15.
But remember, the multiples of 3 has to be within the what? Within the universal set. So it's going to be what?
3, 6, 9.
3, 6, and
9.
And 9. Okay. Then we have Q. What is Q? Well, Q is explicitly, but if you had to describe Q, what is Q? Q is what?
Even number. Even number.
Less than
Or
12.
multiples of 2.
Even numbers or multiples of 2.
Or multiples.
Less
Yeah.
than 12.
Yeah. You don't have to say less than 12 because they're already a part of, if they're a part of this universal set, they're going to be less than 12. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? So what we're going to say is multiples of what? Multiples. Multiples of 2. Now the question asks us to list the members of set P. And what's going to be the members of set P? That's going to be what? They already give us the curly brackets, so we don't have to put it. That's going to be what?
369.
369.
3, 6, and what else? And 9. All right. Do y'all understand that? Let me know if y'all understand that, please. Let me know, please, if y'all get it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
So
Mr. Petit,
Mhm.
that top part, would that ever change?
What you mean?
Like you say the universal set is this, and they tell you what it is. Would
Uh-huh.
that ever change?
Uh-huh. That changes. Sometimes it's the universal set is going to be natural numbers less than 15, or
And it would determine the rest of those
it
below.
would determine the last number below. Yes, that's correct.
Ah, yes, sir.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes, go ahead.
May I be excused or you have more?
You can be excused.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
MP would be a finite, right?
Say it again.
MP would be finite set.
Yes, we call that a
or-
finite set. Yeah, finite set.
And Q would be a descriptive set.
Q would be a what?
Q would be a descriptive set.
A what? I can't hear you. Q would be a what?
Descriptive set.
I can't type inside the chat because I don't understand what you're saying. All right, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. We're gonna finish this question tomorrow. We don't have enough time. But take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. By the way, do y'all understand how I got the members of P? Do y'all understand that?
Yes, sir.
Let me know.
yes,
Okay,
sir.
I got it. Okay, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. We're gonna move on to language. All right. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Mr. Petit, you see what I sent in the chat?
Say it again.
You see what I saw send in the chat?
Let me see. Yes, I see. Okay. All right. The rest of us take a
Thank
picture
you.
of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Let's move on to the next subject. Okay. All right. Have you already done that? Have you already sent in your work? Let me know, please. If you already done that, because we have to move on. We can't stay on this forever. Okay. Have y'all sent in your work as yet? Let me know, please. It's not a, no, we can. Oh, I see what you're saying, a descriptive set. I see. All right, good. Torika, Curtis, have you sent in your work, Torika?
I can send it in right now.
Okay, good. Xavier, Miller, have you sent in your work? Xavier? And
Yes, sir.
have you sent in your work on this one?
Yes, sir.
And you
Yes, sir.
understand how we got what we got?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, good. And Tov, what's the name? Randolph Battle, where's Randolph? Randolph, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Have you sent any work yet, Randolph?
No, sir. I'm writing.
Okay, which part are you writing on before we move it?
I was on the part with Q, but I'll just screenshot it.
Yeah, take a screenshot.
Mr. Petit,
Uh-huh.
we have to spell out all them ones beside all of them, or
What you
just
mean?
answer the question.
You mean for each one?
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be helpful because as you're gonna see when we do the other question tomorrow, by writing them down, it's gonna be helpful when we have to put them inside the Venn diagram. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to English language. Let me move all this. Okay, so the last thing we did in English language was what? What did we do? My name is Mr. Petit.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
No problem. This is the 10th of March. What was the last thing we did in English? We did settings and we did sequences. So we was talking about settings was Monday, sequences was on Wednesday. And we talk about how you can order the work, whether it be, do you remember the different types of sequences and how they work? You remember? You remember? Or no?
I remember some.
Hold on. My
Uh-huh.
brain working now.
Your brain working? Anyone remember? Or
What was
no?
the question, partner?
What we did last week. Hmm?
I can't remember the word.
Oh gosh.
Sequence?
Sequences, yes. And I asked you what sort of sequences we dealt with.
I
Chronological.
remember because I saw my sequence.
That's the word there. Chronological and then
Very
reverse
good.
chronological. And
Very
then
good.
you had flashbacks and
Yeah.
then I forget the
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, so we definitely did the sequences. We talk about the importance of foreshadowing and flashback. You remember what the difference between those two? Foreshadowing and flashback.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
Foreshadowing is what?
Is when they say something or they give a hint
They
of
give
what's gonna
hints.
happen later in the story. And flashback is to just like go back to a certain memory.
Very good. Very good. All right, so good. So today we're going to be talking about today. My subject is English language. And the topic is going to be on author's purpose. Author's purpose. Like, what is the purpose in which authors write? So let me ask you, why did the author did this? Or why did the author say this, right? And that is diving into the author's purpose, okay? Who is the author?
The person writing
person who writes the
story.
story.
The person who writes the story, very good. Why would an author write? So what is the author's purpose?
To get a good grade.
To
Stay informed.
Say they get a good grade.
To
To get a
share,
point
to
across.
share a
All
story,
evening.
to
Stay
share the
informed.
experience of
Plan
something,
Say it again.
to share the experience of something.
To share an experience or something. Okay, what else?
Stay
To
informed.
entertain.
To inform, to entertain, what else?
To have fun.
To have
To
fun,
persuade.
to persuade,
to capture the reader's attention.
to capture the reader's attention. Good.
To get a point across.
Pie.
To get the point across.
Pie.
Okay.
Not
Pie.
the eating pie.
Pie.
To support.
To support. Okay. So when we
To
say the
discuss
author's
idea.
to discuss an idea. So when we say the author's purpose, right? When we say the author's purpose, we mean the author's purpose, write this down, is the reason an author writes a text. Right? That's what I mean by author's purpose. It's the reason why. So author's purpose is the reason an author writes, right, a text. So once you know what the author's purpose is, then that is going to explain why, or explains what the writer wants to what? Wants to achieve with their words. So every time you are reading something, or even when you're writing something, please understand that there is an objective in mind. Nothing is just written just to be written, right? At least it shouldn't be, right? You write with a purpose, especially when you get into like really writing, right? We're talking about newspaper articles. You're talking about scientific journals. You're talking about books. You're talking about movies, all those different things. Whenever the things are done, whenever you have a writer writing, right? There's a reason why. So, but the reason, we could understand the reason by what? How can we understand the author's purpose? Right?
Contents in the writing.
Say it again.
Contents in the writing.
The contents in the writing. What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
Using considering the setting and the tone of the writing could tell us what the author was trying to
convey?
Yes.
Okay, the tone and the setting, right? But okay. Okay, generally, right? Generally, an author's purpose, this is generally speaking now, falls into one of, and some of you may learn this before, some of you, this may be your first time, but one of the three categories. Okay, three categories. So when writing, when writing, author is either going to be doing one of three things, right? Or maybe doing or three of them at once. Number one, to persuade. Number two, to inform. And number three, to what?
Entertain.
To entertain.
Mr. Petit, I'm sorry, but I see a couple typos there.
To entertain. Well,
Falls have to have a S and into one with an E.
Thank
Fall
you.
with
Falls
an S
into
and one with an E.
Thank you. One of the three categories. Thank you.
Yes.
So generally, an author's purpose falls into one of the three categories: to persuade, to perform, sorry, to inform, to entertain. One of the three. To persuade, to inform, to entertain. Now, some texts may have more than one purpose, but there's usually one that stands out more than the others, okay? And the acronym that we use for this is going to be what? I think Joel was saying it. It's going to be PI. Very good, PI.
Wow, I thought he was stuck in math class.
No. So let's talk about persuasion, persuade. So when an author wants to persuade, how do you know what gives it away that they want to persuade? What gives it
Try a
away?
lot of convincing technique.
A lot of convincing techniques. What else? What they do?
They'd say like words
give
like
their-
you should.
You should. Okay. Like, what are they actually doing inside of the book or inside of the thing you're reading that makes you know that, oh, they're trying to persuade me?
Advertise?
They saying why you should do that.
Take it.
They
They-
saying like benefits and stuff.
They say in the benefits they given, it's the word I'm looking for.
Why it's relevant.
Opinion.
They given their opinion.
They giving the pros.
They given their pros. They given the pros. So it's the R word. When they want to persuade you, they give you what?
Reason.
Reasons?
They give you reasons, right? They give you reasons, right? So when an author wants to persuade, they want to convince you, right? So if they want to convince you, so they want to convince the reader with their what? Opinion. Or to take a specific what? A specific what? Action. Okay, so that's their goal when they want to persuade you. Okay. Okay. So persuasion involves giving you reasons, right? Convincing, trying to give you convincing reasons on why to do something. Okay. So when an author wants to persuade, they want to convince the reader with their opinion or to take a specific action. Now, how do they do this? So how? Or we could say the characteristics. Let's do characteristics instead. And this is how you know that it's persuade. The goal is to persuade. Okay. What do you say? What do you say usually falls under persuasive? Whether it's a book, whether it's a movie, or whether it's a something you watch. How do you know it's persuade?
They're trying to make you buy something.
They're trying to make you buy something, right?
Firm or like aggressive
They're aggressive.
wording.
Aggressive wording, right?
Advertise.
Like peer pressuring.
Peer pressuring. I think a big thing is ads, right? Ads do it a lot.
Advertisement.
Yeah, ads do it a lot, right? Hey.
I ain't gonna watch because I have YouTube Premium. So
You have YouTube Premium? Okay. So with the ads, what they try to do, they try to sell you on something, right? So they try to present all the good things about it. Oh, this happened. Oh, the next thing happened. Oh, the next thing happened. So they're giving you reasons on why this particular thing is going to be good for you. So characteristics of persuasive, it's going to express an opinion or point of view. If you're trying to convince someone, right? Let's say you are the author, you're trying to convince someone. What would you use to try to convince them?
Experience with the item.
Experience,
Persuasion.
yeah. Persuasion, right? Experience with the item. I like that.
Comparison.
Comparison.
Find something
Yeah.
relatable.
Find something relatable. I like that. So you are basically talking about evidence. So use facts. How about facts? Evidence, right? And reasoning, right? To support what? To support an argument, or we can say support a position. What else? Appeals to. So what is, let's say you want to sell toys to children. Would you go there and say, oh, this thing would help you with your grades, and this thing is logically to the logical conclusion of the diameter. This is like so if you're trying to sell toys to children, how would you get them involved? Like what would you do?
Okay, must be
Show an example, like a
Give them
demo of
candy.
them using it.
Give them candy.
Show them a demo of how the toy is used and
Yeah.
use a bunch of colors.
Okay, family
And
friendly.
use music.
Use music, okay. Use music.
Make it cartoon based.
Make it cartoon based.
Use bright colors.
Use bright colors. Yes. Go ahead.
Make sure I drive the parents crazy.
So right.
Uh-huh.
All my little cousins run right, and they'll be watching the stupid thing. Is when man who had us be in the toilet. So all I'll be telling them is that man who had us be in the toilet is use that whatever that is, and they'll take it.
And they'll take it.
This next
Oh, I know what you
generation
mean.
cook.
I hate that.
All right. So if you're trying to sell, let's say you're trying, let me see if I can give a better example. If you're trying to sell counseling to people who are in depression, how would you describe that?
What I do?
Compare before and after the counseling.
Compare before and after the counseling. Very good. So
what would I do to help them?
So what I'm saying is that some things you can't just give the facts. You have to appeal to, it's the E word, the emotions. All right. So appeal to the emotions. How does it going to make you feel, right? Wearing this Gucci bag or wearing this Nike tennis. How does it make you feel?
You
right?
got that
Like I got money.
Right?
and feel presentable.
Right? So it appeals to your emotion, like, but logically speaking, why would you buy the same black bag versus the same black bag from Nike? Is like, why would you just go to the regular store and just buy a regular bag? Why are you buying a bag from Nike? But what
Design
they
is
do,
key.
what they do is they appeal to your emotion, make you feel that you'll be more valuable when you wear a Clarks or when you wear a Lan belt or when you wear something like that. So you want to wear it, right? But it's the same belt, right? You get it from any store, but your emotions appeal to. Then you have logic. You appeal to logic or credibility, right? Credibility. So those are ways that they're trying to persuade you. When they said 98% of all doctors consider right? Or they might say 75% of all pharmaceuticals enjoy right? They trying to say that, hey, they're credible, okay? And it encourages the reader to what? To believe, to buy, or do. That's basically the telltale sign. It encourages the reader to believe, to buy, or to do. You read a book, and after you read the book, you feel like, Mommy, I could be anything I want to be, and I could do whatever I want to do, and I could believe, and once I have hope and determination, I could make it far. And then you realize that you 4 for 3 and you can't make it to the NBA, right? But still, it makes you feel that you're able to do it, right? It's persuasive. It appeals to your emotions. It persuades to you.
Oh, Miss Petit.
Yes, go ahead.
I go appeal to your emotions right now. I think that Kansas City would make the next Super Bowl, but they ain't gonna win.
That is facts. That's not no. So what are some?
They ain't gonna win.
We're gonna win. We won. Anyway, let me don't get that because y'all just win y'all Super Bowl and y'all acting like y'all been in the game. We just beat y'all. Like, stop it.
That was last year.
All right. What are some things that articles or stuff that but you're not persuasive writing in? It'll be like what? Some examples would be in what?
Repeat it again, please.
Where would you find persuasive? Where would you find a place where you know that the author's purpose is to persuade? And like what sort of sources would you find that in? Or text would you find that in? Right? Shops. I guess you're talking about ads then.
Commercials.
Billboards.
So
school.
Advertisements. So advertisements. You know that the purpose of that writer is to persuade. What else? How about political speeches? Right? So when this particular party that is in gold tell y'all something, y'all believe it. When this particular party tells y'all who in red, y'all believe it. When this particular party tells who in green, y'all believe it. When this particular party who in black, I understand that they have this black party now. Y'all believe it. Why do people believe it? Because it's what? Because
It's
it's
showing
what?
like characteristic.
Convincing.
Because
It's
of their strong literature and the tone and
because
the facts
Persuasive.
that they bring.
And the
So
logic
you see, when I
behind it.
become prime minister,
They're
I make it in one
convincing.
body.
it's convincing, right?
And
It's
trying to like make you believe it.
very good. Then you have argumentative essay, argumentative essays. They are also the goal is to persuade, right? Do you agree that teenagers at the age of 16 should have a driver's license? Do you agree or disagree that schools should not have uniforms anymore? Do you agree or disagree
Agree.
that
I
I
agree.
don't agree. Haha.
do you agree or
Disagree.
disagree that field trips are of no educational value? Do you
Disagree.
agree or do you agree or disagree that
I think these are rhetorical questions, everybody.
yeah, they are rhetorical.
Oh.
So those will be a part of your argumentative essay. They want you to pick a side and defend it. Okay. Then you have letters to the editor. Letters to the editor. You all familiar with letters to the editor? Ever heard of it
Yeah.
before?
Yes, sir.
So
No, sir, not like that.
no.
I heard of it before though.
So a letter to the editor is when a person who from the audience, let's say it's a newspaper, and you want to express your opinion. So their editor, so if I say writing a letter to the editor, their editor, I believe that the young people of this generation use their phones and tablets too much. They're addicted to, technology. Or you could say their letter to the editor, their editor, I believe that the way to stop violence in this country is by having a curfew, right? So letters to the editor is when a person who is in the audience or a person who's in, let's say, in a particular area, write to the editor just to express their opinion, and then the newspaper publishes that. Right? That's what I mean by letter to the editor. Okay.
One more question.
Yes.
One more question. For the letter to the editor, do you have to like put your name and everything? You could just be, or you could just be anonymous.
Anonymous. You could be anonymous. You could be anonymous, right? But it's still up to the newspaper to decide if they're gonna publish what you write. They pick, because a bunch of people will be writing to them, and so but they pick which one they feel would be appropriate. All right. So the next one is to inform. So let's go to inform. So inform means what? We're trying to inform. That's gonna be what?
Give information.
Let's give information. Okay, just give information. Okay. So when an author's purpose is to inform, they want to provide facts. They want to teach something, or they want to explain a topic. Okay. So that's what I mean by when we're talking about giving information, informing, right? So they just want the goal of the writer is just to give you more information on a topic. They're not trying to persuade you, none. They're not trying to sell you on something. They're just trying to give you straightforward, straight to the point facts. So it answers questions it answers questions. So let's go to characteristics, right? So characteristics. So it will be like, it includes factual information. So it includes true and factual information, right? It does not express what? Doesn't express what? If you're trying just to inform someone, would you give them your opinion?
Oh, no, sir.
No, does not express opinion. No opinion, right? It uses clear cut, clear and straightforward what?
Information.
Language, right? And finally, it answers questions like who, what, when, where, yes,
Sorry
why,
to interrupt you,
and
but
how.
you have characteristics twice.
Have characteristics twice.
Yeah, I noticed that too, but I realized what he's doing. He's saying that's the characteristics of that specific category. Like
Yes.
Oh,
that's the
okay, I understand it
characteristic.
now.
You got it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
looking at that too.
Yeah. So it's just characteristics of informing. You know, that makes sense? So the way how you know the difference is that for persuasive, they trying to make you believe, buy, or do, right? I believe that one day I have a dream, right? If you vote for me, the nation will be free from all, sorts of violence. And if you vote for me, you will no longer have to work another day in your life again. If you vote for me, everyone will be millionaires, right? That is, they're trying to make you believe, right? They're trying to make you believe.
Mr. Petit,
Yes.
you sound like Martin Luther King Jr. saying that speech just now.
I know, right? I have a dream, right? That is a persuasive speech. That's the goal of the author. That's the author's purpose, to persuade you, right?
Excuse me, Mr. Petty. Can I say something?
Go ahead.
But if you have no work, then that means that children would not begin taught in school.
So, right? Now, the purpose of, if the author's purpose is to inform, then they're just basically giving you information. So, if you want to persuade, it will be like a political speech, it will be like an advertisement, it will be like argumentative essay, letter to editor. But where would I find text where the purpose is just to give information? What comes to your mind when you think about stuff that's just there to...
The news.
Inform.
The news.
The news, you sure? The news these days?
Sometimes the news is be a little bit too tropsy.
The news these days, you sure?
I'll go on Google.
Sometimes the news these days are very biased, I might add.
The weather?
On Twitter.
Okay, the weather. Let's go with weather. All right, what else? Where would you find
Biographies?
Biographies, very good.
Google.
Google?
Your job? Like
mean
if they send
text.
out a memo or something?
Yeah, memo.
TikTok.
Or
Say it
like
again? What else?
Biography.
So we could go with news articles, right?
and schools.
News
like they
articles.
informing you and stuff.
News articles when they're done right. How about textbooks? Anyone have like textbooks and they never use the textbooks? Stop lying
I
around.
just use some of them.
Stop lying.
I'm not lying. Like when I have nothing to do at all, I just like grab try to do something at least. So I
Yeah.
grab a big book and just turn pages.
Okay. All right. So your parents spend all the money on the textbook. The teachers say that they're gonna use the textbook. You never use the textbook, right?
That happened a lot.
That happened a lot, right? But the textbooks are there to just give information. Anyone have the Making the Bahamas book? You might have that book.
Yes, sir.
I have it.
That's
The
purpose is
book?
just the Making of the Bahamas book. Anyone have that book?
The social studies book?
Yeah, the social studies book. That's just there to give information, right? What else?
How about social studies grade 6?
How about, yes, that's also. How about encyclopedias? Can y'all spell encyclopedia? Let me see how good y'all is.
E-N-C-Y-L-O-P. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't even try.
I don't even know how to spell that.
You don't know how to spell that? That's the easy one.
Mr. T, you don't know I can't spell that.
E-N-C-Y-C-L-C-O.
What? No. Everyone should know how to spell that. When I was
E-N-C-C-L-O.
Uh-huh.
P-E-D-I-A.
Very good. Good. So encyclopedia. So here's the thing. When I was in school, 2 words you must always know how to spell. And they used to walk up on you and just ask you to spell it. Well, 3 words. Number 1, they'll ask you,
Education.
can you spell it? Do you know how to spell education? If you don't know how to spell
Yes, sir.
education, you lose all the scripts. Every last one. The next one, do you know how to spell occupation?
Yes.
That's the next one. And the next one, the third one was encyclopedia.
Encyclopedia.
Yeah.
What about Mississippi?
And then Mississippi, yeah, Mississippi. Right?
Someone just walk up to you and say,
Just walk
if you
up to
want
you.
win $1, spell encyclopedia.
Yeah,
Mr.
encyclopedia.
D, but honestly, if somebody walk up to me and ask me to spell it, but I'll ask you if you want to get no life. You will right though.
No, that's because you don't know how to spell it.
You want to set up the
People has come up in my school and asked if you know how to spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yeah, that's just sad. That's just
I'll
sad.
tell you,
That's
open up
sad.
the
That's
dictionary and find it.
That's just sad. All right, then you have non-fiction books. What is non-fiction?
Not real.
Oh
Folktale.
God. What is
Like
non
humanized book.
Imaginary, made
real?
up.
Real. Real.
Tall tale or folktale?
Real. Non-fiction.
You say non-fiction or fiction?
Non-fiction.
Oh, non-fiction. It's real.
It's real. It's real.
Like biography,
Reality.
gravity, and stuff.
Next, recipes is also just given information, and then how-to guides is also how-to guides. Okay, all those are just given information. Okay, it's given information. Then the final one is going to be what? Entertainment. Entertain. So the author might want to just persuade, inform, or entertain, or they might do both. They might inform you and entertain you, or they might try to persuade you and entertain you, right? So it's multiple purposes wrapped up in one. So you have to be able to decipher from what is what, but entertain. So, what is the purpose of entertainment? When an author is trying to entertain you, what do they include in their writing? Pictures, right? Right, pictures.
Metaphors.
Humor, right? Humor. When I was a student, I never used to pick up a book if it didn't have pictures. Like if it didn't have pictures, I'm sorry, I'm not.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm not
and then they
reading.
will say, "Oh, you can't read."
Like,
I'm
sorry.
though.
They tell us use our imagination. The pictures help me use my imagination.
Yeah.
Why sometimes
So-
there's a separate
So
us.
how did you get
one
to
group with
college?
a small one.
Say it again?
How did you get to college?
I mean, I had to read it. I mean, but I mean, my favorite was one of the pictures. Even today, I still like the one with pictures.
There's a particular
It's like you watching a
age now.
movie.
Right?
Yeah, like you watch a movie.
Yeah. It's funner. I prefer that. Yes.
You just read books at your age now.
Yes, I do. I have to. I mean, I have to. Still do. But it's out of it's out of interest. You just want to. Sometimes you want to figure out stuff. All right. So when an author's purpose is to entertain, they want to amuse, engage, or interest the reader. So if they're trying to interest the reader, what sort of characteristics you think they would have inside of it? If they want to entertain you, if they want to capture, like what would they do? They would make jokes. What else?
Like not
Fantasy.
like try to be nosy.
Someone said fantasy. Who said fantasy?
Data.
That's correct. So entering into a fantasy, like Moana is a fantasy, right? That's why it sells, right? It's engaging, right? You have characters, you have a plot, you have setting, you have Maui, you have songs, you have flash, you have lights, you have all these things, and it's like, whoa, right? So the characteristics of something that's trying to entertain you is that it's going to be creative. It's going to be creative. It's going to have a plot. There's going to be a lot of storytelling, right? It's going to appeal to emotion, right? When you look, oh, wow, Moana almost died. Oh, gosh, she didn't die. Oh, she actually lived. Oh, wow. Okay, good. Be safe. Like, it appeals to emotion, right? It carries on a roller coaster, right? So it uses creativity and what? Storytelling. Okay. That's next. That's one telltale sign of you know, you want to entertain. Someone said humor. There's humor, so it may include, like I said, characters, and each character you might like or dislike. May include characters, plot, right? Setting, and conflict. So something to fix, something to solve, a journey, right? It could be fictional or
Real.
or real. Could be fictional or based on
A true story.
Yeah, on real events. And it appeals to emotions. Right? You'd be like, that was a good movie. Why? Because you laughed, you cried, you sang, you danced, you was all into it, right? You was fearful, you got excited, you got like it carry on a weave of emotions, right? So it appeals to emotions, that's why it's entertaining. Happiness, sadness, excitement, fear, etc. Okay. So where would we find things where the author's purpose is to entertain? Where would we find some examples of that? Where would we find
In
that?
storybooks.
In storybooks, yes. What else? Examples. Stories. That's like fictional or real. Fictional or real. Anyone familiar with Medea? Remember watching Medea?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What is the purpose of that whole
Entertainment.
To make you
laugh.
Comedy.
comedy, right? But their shows always have like a lesson too, right? Not just comedy, it also have some sort of lesson behind it. So I'd say it's mainly to entertain, but it also is there to inform too, right? It has a message, right? And sort of persuade as well. But it's me. So that's the thing. Like sometimes I think could have all three, but like one is more dominant. So while an author's purpose may be to entertain, they may also want to persuade you, or they may also want to inform you, right? And you find comedians do that a lot. Even certain artists do that a lot. They might have a really good song, but if you really listen to the lyrics, you'd be like, whoa, this is deep, right?
So, Mr. D,
yes.
Like how we was talking about Medea, right?
Yes.
I was 5 when somebody told me Medea was a man. Now imagine what my 5-year-old self was thinking.
Wow, you didn't know that? Yes. Poems, novels, right? What else? Plays and scripts. Jokes and riddles. And like comics, comic strips.
Yes, sir.
Graphics. Any Naruto people?
Yes.
Naruto.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Naruto.
Oh boy.
Any anime freaks in there?
What are they?
Anime.
Yes, anime.
I wouldn't say anime freak. Watch it.
I'm an anime addict.
Anime addicts. Gosh, I feel
What is
sorry.
anime?
I feel
I'm
sorry
not
for
an
y'all.
anime addict. I just
Why?
watch it
Anime
once in a
isn't
while.
bad.
Feel sorry
But I
for
just
y'all.
watch other stuff.
I feel
No,
sorry for
it's
y'all.
it's
Might as
of
well
the
just put
devil.
on
No, thank
Well,
you.
I feel
Don't
The
only watch
garbage.
that.
I
just
feel
watch
sorry
other
for
stuff.
y'all.
Jujutsu Kaisen and Death Note top tier.
I feel
I
sorry for
think
y'all.
that's
Solo
the
level
first
at
thing
all,
I
yeah.
Why? What is wrong with that?
Listen, I couldn't get you all talking when we was talking about math. I mentioned
Mr.
one
Petit,
word.
why you targeting people?
I mentioned one word. The whole class get excited. My goodness.
Yes.
I don't
The
know.
anime
I don't
fans,
even
like,
watch
sir.
anime though.
Mm-mm. What is that? What is anime? What is that? I never heard of it in my life.
Dragon
That's a
Ball.
cartoon.
All right.
He's cartoon,
Hey,
yeah.
Jujutsu
There's
Kaisen.
only
Better
one good
cartoon,
anime, and that's Ponyo. That's it.
All right. So the purpose of those things is for entertainment, right? It has a storyline. It has a character. It has plots. It has graphics. Like it's whether it be a novel, whether it be a poem. Poems are nice, especially when they rhyme. Anything creative, its purpose is to entertain. At least one of its purpose. So what are the three main purposes of authors? Three main purposes.
Pie, persuade,
Mm-hmm.
inform, and
Mhm.
entertain.
Very good. Persuade, inform, and entertain, right? Good.
Oh yeah, Mr. Pete, sorry to interrupt you, but they say King Charles the third have a podcast.
Isn't
Huh?
he like 70?
This is a podcast,
Isn't he
bro?
like,
I gotta watch
isn't he
that.
like 80?
I gotta watch
Isn't,
that.
isn't
Wow.
King Charles like 80, 90 years old?
Oh, wow. Don't worry. Let's Joel, please. Are we done with this? Because
I apologize.
Yes, sir.
oh my goodness, this is too funny. A podcast. Wow.
Mr. Petit, you can imagine the old self doing any podcast.
No, leave the king alone, please. Leave him
Very
alone.
mean.
I
Very
thought
mean.
that was the young man.
Mr. Petit, guess
Leave him
what,
alone.
right?
Leave the
If
king alone. Leave him
He
alone.
soon end up like Queen Elizabeth.
Leave him alone. Listen, y'all didn't get me strike down off YouTube. Sir Charles, sir, please forgive them. They know not what they're saying. All right. Are we done with this? Take a picture of your work and send them via WhatsApp. And then we're
Yes,
gonna do a
sir.
quick exercise on this.
Oui.
Okay. I haven't seen no one send their work yet. What happened? Are y'all still writing? Send your work, please.
it's writing.
I'll
Take,
send
take,
it now.
take a picture of your work and send
I
it
have
to
to
me.
write
via-
it over because water droplets got on my paper.
Okay, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to do that for me, please. Jada, read the what we have on the slide, please. The author's purpose.
Okay. The author's purpose is the reason an author writes a text. It explains what the writer wants to achieve with words. Generally, an author's purpose falls into one of the three categories: to persuade, to inform, to entertain. Persuade. When an author wants to persuade, they want to convince the reader with their opinion or take a specific action. Characteristics. Express an opinion or point of view, use facts, evidence, and reasoning to support a position, appeals to emotions, logic, or credibility, encourages the reader to believe, buy, or do. Examples: advertisements, political speeches, argumentative essays, letter to the editor. Inform. When an author's purpose is to inform, they want to provide facts, teach something, or explain a topic. Characteristics. Includes true and factual information, does not express opinion, uses clear and straightforward language, answers questions like who, what, when, where, why, and how. Examples: news articles, textbooks, encyclopedias, notifications, receipts, and how-to guides. Entertain. When an author's purpose is to entertain, they want to amuse, engage, or interest the reader. Characteristics. Uses creativity and storytelling, may include characters, plot, setting, and conflict, could be fictional or based on real events, appeals to emotions, happiness, sadness, excitement, fear, etc. Examples: stories, fictional or real, poems, novels, plays and scripts, jokes and riddles, comics, and graphic novel.
Very
That says
good.
cosmic.
I said. I said cosmic.
Yes.
Oh my. Thank you. That's the. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to give you all, you do not have to write down the statements, right? But all I want you to do, write down inside the chat, whether it's write P for persuasive, I for inform, E for entertain. Okay, so I'm going to put this in. I'm going to put this on this side so we have space for the grade exercise. Again, you are answering the grade exercise in the chat. We're not doing it in your book. Answer it in the chat. All right. So you're just going to put the number and the letter, what you think it is. All right. Again, P is for persuade, I is for inform, E is for entertain. Okay. And tell me what you think it is. So great exercise. Number 1. By the way, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Number 1. Let me put this here. Again, write P, I, or E. What is the author's purpose? Again, what is the author's purpose in writing what they wrote? Number 3. Just put your answer inside of the chat. Put your answer inside the chat, please. Okay. Number 4. Again, put your answer inside the chat for me. Okay. Number 4. Number 5. Again, put your answer inside the chat for me, please. Whether it's the author's purpose is to persuade, inform, or entertain. One more, that's number 6. I'm just gonna do one more. All right, so let me just go ahead. Again, put your answers inside the chat for me, please. Make sure you number them, okay? Number them. Number 1, mammals are warm-blooded animals. They have hair on their fur. They give birth to young. They give birth to live young and produce milk to feed their offspring. Examples of mammals include lions, whales, and humans. Number 2, as Jenny stepped into the dark abandoned house, the floor creaked beneath her feet. Suddenly, a loud crash came from the next room. She froze. Was someone there? Number 3, fast food is harmful to our health, yet people continue to eat it daily. the high fat, sugar, and sodium levels contribute to obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. It's time to make healthier choices, avoid fast food, and choose fresh, nutritious meals instead. Number 4, once upon a time in a land far away, a brave knight set on a quest to find a magical sword hidden deep in an enchanted forest. Number 5, the rainforest is home to 10 million species of plants and animals, making it one of the most diverse places on Earth. Number 6, Zoe's science experiment went horribly wrong. Boom. One moment she was mixing chemicals, boom. Neon pink slime exploded everywhere, even on Mr. Thomas's glasses. Okay. What do y'all have for these ones? Again, put your answer inside the chat. You have to number it. Okay, you have to number it. Okay. Number 1 is this. Number 2 is that. Number 3 is that. Okay. Number 4 is that. Okay. All right. Okay, quickly, number 1. What y'all have for number 1? It says mammals are warm-blooded animals that have hair on their fur. They give birth to live young and produce milk to feed their offspring. Examples of mammals include lions, whales, and humans. Is that persuasive? Is that inform? Or is that entertain?
Inform.
So what y'all have for number 1? It's supposed to be
Inform.
I. How many persons got that? Inform.
I did.
Inform. Very good.
I
Number
did.
2. As Jenny stepped into the dark abandoned house, the floor creaked beneath her feet. Suddenly, a loud crash came from the next room. She froze. Was someone there?
Entertainment.
Entertain. How do you know it's entertainment?
Because it's so much
There's nobody.
It sounds like a story.
Sounds like a story. It's dramatic.
Dramatic.
Yeah, it's dramatic. Fast food is harmful to our health, yet people continue to eat it daily. The high fat, sugar, and sodium levels contribute to obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. It's time to make healthier choices, avoid fast food, and choose fresh, nutritious meals instead.
Persuasive.
Why is it persuasive?
Because they want to give facts and then they are telling you what to do next.
Yeah, they trying
it's time to make healthier choices.
Exactly. They're trying to persuade you.
Avoid fast food.
Exactly. Once upon a time in a land far away, a brave knight set on a quest to find a magical sword hidden deep in an enchanted forest.
Entertain.
Definitely entertain. Definitely
Entertainment.
entertain. That sounds like a Disney movie. All right. The Amazon rainforest is home to over 10 million species of plants and animals, making it one of the most biodiverse places on Earth.
MEMP.
I for sure. Its purpose is to inform. Yeah. Zoe's science experiment went horribly wrong. One moment she was mixing chemicals, boom! Neon pink slime exploded everywhere, even on Mr. Thomas's glasses. He sighed, that was unexpected. Definitely.
Entertainment.
Definitely entertain.
Real MBZ.
All right. How many persons got all right? Let me know if you got all right. 6 out of 6.
I did.
6 out of 6.
I get all right.
So
All right.
100%.
100%. All right. Excellent. What I want you to do is take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. If you've already done that, then I'll see you all on tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
It's a good night.
Take care. All right. Have a good evening. All right. Good night.
Good night.